The straight-up idiotic hypocrisy and stupidity of the MAGA never ceases to amaze me. They tried to burn Attorney General Merrick Garland, but they, like always, find a way to burn themselves. They keep screaming about how it's all unfair that Donald Trump has been convicted on 34 counts, felony counts. And this thing is, this was a state charge. This wasn't federal, so the Attorney General had nothing to do with this. Joe Biden had nothing to do with this. But they continuously scream on the top of their lungs, it's all rigged against Trump. It's all rigged against him. This is lawfare. This is lawfare. Lawfare against Trump. No, this is Trump getting exactly what he deserves for an entire lifetime of being a criminal. And frankly, it couldn't come any further than that. Because at some point, this guy, Donald Trump, this was going to happen regardless. Sooner or later, this was about to happen, regardless of it was Merrick Garland doing it or anyone else, any other prosecutor in this country doing it. This was going to happen. I believe if you want me to go biblical, let's get biblical. My grandmother once told me that things are done in the dark sometimes come to the light, or words to that effect. And guess what? Everything Donald Trump has done is coming to the light, and the MAGA in Congress and Senate, they're angry. Not because it's implicating their master, their Führer, their pimp, their God, their chosen God, Donald Trump. It's because sooner or later it might implicate them. Whenever you see Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz go nuts while questioning the Attorney General, it's not because they're trying to save Donald Trump. Well, not only that, but because they're terrified it may implicate them. But here's where the hypocrisy comes in. They want to scream it's all lawfare. It's all trying to get Donald Trump in prison. Hunter Biden, the president's son, now obviously you've heard about him. You see the photos that Mary Jean Taylor Greene plastered all over the net, all over the Oversight Committee. His trial has begun on gun charges. Charges that could possibly land them in prison for 25 years. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's bad enough that it is happening. It's bad enough that opening statements, were they yesterday? Actually, the first day of trial began on his mother's birthday. But here's the thing. He's the president's son. So if Joe Biden is all powerful and all this and all that, they has the power to put people in prison, why is he not protecting his son from federal charges? If he's the man, if he's the big monster that that Donald Trump and the MAGA see him as, why doesn't Joe Biden break the law to save his son? Force the government to leave his son alone. Because he can't do that. Because Biden knows the second he does that, his political career is over. He will be impeached in a heartbeat. And quite honestly, if Hunter Biden is found guilty of this, he deserves to go to jail. He did the crime, do the time. If he's proven guilty, just as Donald Trump was proven guilty. There's a saying in this country that seems to be true, but I think a lot of people pay a lot of lip service to it. The law binds us all. No one is above the law. It doesn't matter if you're a former president or the president's son. But unfortunately, the MAGA wanted differently. The law binds everyone else but their God, Donald Trump. And it's backfiring on them in the worst possible ways. They want to scream, hope, and holler how it's all unfair, it's all rigged against Trump. So why isn't Biden rigging it against his son? Hypocrisy abounds. MAGA, I am not going to give you any kind of advice, but maybe you should listen to this idea. Stop making asses of yourself. Because in the end of the day, all you're doing is showing how stupid all of you are. And you're not accomplishing anything but reminding us as to why we shouldn't have anything to do with you. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.